Cornet, joined by Andy Signore. Earlier today, Netflix announced that they were pulling their planned Punisher panel from New York Comic-Con. The panel was meant to take place Saturday, October 7th for the Marvel series, and they pulled it after the events in Las Vegas. And now Slash Film is reporting that not only have they canceled the panel, but they are also going to delay the release of the series, which is something that we had asked ourselves about earlier today. And Andy, you used some information about when that series might have been released.
Yeah, I mean, there were sources telling me that I didn't want to spoil until they did it, but the sources I heard were they were going to release it at right after the panel. The whole series was going to surprise the audience and have it available that day and there. They had been toying and teasing that it might be this weekend. I think some people were starting to sort of hear from Netflix, but the things I heard was they were going to be like, woohoo, and because here's a surprise, F it, let's watch it now. It was sort of what their big thing was supposed to be. So that it doesn't surprise me then that if they've canceled the panel, they would also cancel the premiere. I do think with the events that are happening, it is definitely a wise moment to take a pause and adjust, because this is a tough character to sort of digest now, and especially after such a tragedy, that I do applaud them for taking that step and that moment and sort of thinking, is this right now? Probably not.
Yeah, I have to agree. And it's not unlike the Marvel Netflix series. They often will reveal like the first episode during their Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con panels. But yeah, Slash Film as well is reporting that the reason that they've been so opaque about when this release date was, people were saying it's November, maybe here, it was because they were going to do the surprise this weekend and that they were going to release the entire series this weekend. Clearly, they needed to delay that. We're speculating now that they may delay as long as 2017, because the question becomes, what is the appropriate period of time to wait for a series like this in the wake of such a massive tragedy? And I have to agree with you that they did the right thing to delay this to 2017. I think a number.
You mean 28? It could be 2018.
Or pardon me,
yeah,
later
we're in
in
2017. I forget too sometimes what year I'm in. But
what year am I in? I keep
tough
saying
to remember.
2017.
It is near the end, but it does happen.
Thank you. Late 2017, meaning in December, or as far as 2018, so January or February of next year, which I don't think they'll probably wait that long, but it feels like maybe that is the appropriate amount of time. Give it another 4 months or so.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, look, I'm excited for the show. I'm sure they handled it with respect, and it's not, but it's just the timing isn't right. The Punisher is a very violent, gun-toting hero, anti-hero, I guess, is actually probably a better term for him. So I think as we process sort of what happens next and the discussions that we're going to have coming out of Las Vegas and how to prevent that in the future, I think it is smart and a nice move of Netflix to sort of not think about the money or the business and take a moment to actually pause and say, you know what, let's hold on to this for a little bit.
Yeah, so this is the statement from Netflix earlier today. We are stunned and saddened by this week's senseless act in Las Vegas. After careful consideration, Netflix and Marvel have decided it wouldn't be appropriate for Marvel's The Punisher to participate in New York Comic-Con. Our thoughts continue to be with the victims and those affected by this tragedy, as do ours. There is, of course, a long history of both film and television shows adjusting or delaying due to real-world events. Buffy the Vampire Slayer pulled an episode that had to do with school violence after Columbine. There are many, many, many examples. And certainly, I'm with you, Netflix. I think you're doing the right thing. We think you're doing the right thing. Andy, thank you for joining me. I would have to guess we're going to see this maybe in December or early next year.
Yeah, January, February might be realistic, so
yeah,
we'll have to keep waiting a little longer.
Thank you for being here with me today and reminding me what year I'm in. It is currently, I believe, October of 2017.
You are correct.
Yeah, that's where we are, and this is what's happening with The Punisher. You guys let us know what you think in the comments below. Do you think that Netflix is doing the right thing here? When do you expect that we'll see the release of this series? Thank you for joining us today, and as always, you can chat to us at SG News.